Rayashki belongs to all of us. We will stand with it till its last moment.
The sudden surge of conviction and unity cows the guards as they move backwards. Many blush with shame, as you should. Part 11. The Lay Hunter. On sleepless nights, she counts the stars alone. A lonely researcher aimlessly paces through Rayashki Square. The town's cold wind clearly cannot smooth the wrinkles of her brow.
Could I really have traded the future of these people away from my ley line studies?
Girl, you just have to think it around. You don't have to abandon either one. You can help them with your dream.
Zeno. I was a mule chasing after a carrot on a stick. They lured me here all so I could help ruin everything.
I doubt it, to be fair. I think they threw her there because they didn't care about her studies as a whole. And they were like, okay, you want to use your useless studies somewhere, use them in a useless town. Like, the dude said it in the square that Zeno cannot afford losing money on costly people in town when he wants to say useless. So yeah, I don't think they used her to make things worse for the people there and to help them ruin everything. They just didn't care about her at all. But that's of course my interpretation of that. Obviously you guys could have different opinions. Her voice bursts up from her chest.
You seem to be in a good mood. We taught Zeno a lesson. They were forced to leave with their devil's bargains and tails stuck behind them. We fought back, finally. A nice little trick that was. Thank you, Comrade Windsong.
She smiles at Windsong, giving her a wink. See, now you're testing me.
We all know who the mysterious hero was that gave us a helping hand.
I didn't do anything.
You can do, though. You can do.
It's no shame to have helped your friends, not to mention to stand up to Zeno. Have more confidence in yourself, Comrade Windsong.
But will you really gain anything from this fight?
Yeah. If you tell them where to find the new resources, they will.
Not sure. But we'll have to do something, right? That's why I'm here.
To talk to me? I don't know why, but Miss VILA, you must have thought too much of me. In fact, I'm only a simple researcher. I'm not powerful enough to change Zeno's decision.
You are the one thinking too much, Comrade Windsong. Your ley line lessons were much more popular than you think. They have had a positive effect on the children. Now they are looking at the bigger picture and observing the world in a more detailed way. You've unleashed their curiosity. Is the aurora the bubble spit out by the stars? They form such a beautiful map. Do they study ley lines too?
VILA feigns distress, shaking her head with a pretended childlike confusion.
But it remains the case that the study of ley lines has never been verified. For all its ambitions, only a limited number of people studied it in the past decades, and that number is decreasing even now.
VILA nods thoughtfully.
What you're looking at is not some skin problem, but my past. My past as a Rusalka.
Rusalka? You mean the mermaid from folklore?
My people used to live in a far secluded place in the north, away from the humans. For hundreds of years there was only hostility, plunder and slaughter between us and them. We only started to learn more about each other in the last few decades. And then I was born. It's been a hard life growing up within human society, but I've become used to it. Still, some things never got easier. Most humans still thought I was a freak. They welcomed me with mocking, sarcasm, and contempt for my people, my heritage. As for the Rusalki, they too found the half-blooded mermaid unacceptable. They didn't approve of my living among the humans, forcing me to live as a fugitive in Moscow and St. Petersburg.
Okay, so Vila is half. Her mother was probably a Rusalka and her father a human. And being half made her not being accepted in either side, okay? Half-blooded. It was a nauseating term when separating the Rusalki from the scaleless humans who had stolen their homeland. An ancient myth that was the source of the enduring hatred between Rusalki and humans.
They tried to catch me by every means possible, so they could wash away the stain they saw in me.
That sounds very difficult.
Humans have stigmatized and hunted the Rusalki for centuries, while Rusalki still have the instinct to attack and plunder human ships even now. How are they supposed to make peace in such little time? That was what I thought years ago. Then I came to this town.
She surveys the white land. The unifying cover of snow removes all distinctions, differences, and flaws.
A wonderful world where humans and Rusalki could live in peace. I was finally convinced. In Rayashki, everyone can make contributions with their skills, whether you are a human, a Rusalka, or a ley line researcher. I don't mean to give you more stress or push you. You will always be our friend, whatever your choice is. But this is not an unreachable dream. It's real.
A familiar phrase wells up inside her again, conjured from a long silence past. Aw. The girl, then much thinner and more stubborn than now, couldn't help but cheer. The other lay hunters failed to take notice as they combed through their scattered papers.
The editor of the environmental research agreed to publish our report, finally! But he only gave us 5,000 words on the last few pages. Undoubtedly, it's still a good start. Our first step to reviving the study of ley lines.
Windsong beams with excitement, clumsily sprawling over the table to select from the papers with care. Dull, dry theories shine anew, bright and vivid in her eyes, a table of twinkling stars. Yet, these stars must shine against an all-consuming field of darkness.
That's it, I give up. Maybe I'll study something else, like urban planning or landscape design. At least I can make a living that way.
Windsong remains buried in her heap of books and manuscripts, oblivious to the loss.
The study of ley lines is outdated. Everyone agrees now that it can't be verified by science. This whole study was a dead end. Ley lines are only a baseless theory of arcanum.
The old papers on the table filled with nothing more than nonsense and wasted ink. At least that's how the world received it.
I tried talking about our study of ley lines with other arcanists, but almost no one has ever heard of it. They are more interested in Laplace's breakthroughs, or anecdotes in their own fields, like the chaotic energy sampling mentioned in the paper written by the Butterfly of Lorentz.
The stars have dimmed.
So, maybe...
Oh. A long moment of wistful distraction falls back into reality. After much hesitation, she begins to speak again.
I do wish I could help, but it would take a lot of resources to verify the theory behind ley lines. There may be even danger and sacrifice.
These people want to put themselves in danger to keep their town alive.
Even Zeno has paid little attention to my research. They only see it as a means to an end. Researchers in other fields can stand on the shoulders of giants, while I don't even have a school to return to.
You have her school to return to?
I doubt that the study of ley lines will help you much.
She retreats a few steps back.
I see. Well, thank you for your honesty, Comrade Windsong.
Vila looks away, holding the regret deep in her chest.
I'm sorry.
До скорой встречи.
До встречи, Vila.
She bows her head and turns, taking a few more difficult steps away. Perhaps it was her unattainable dream of revival that slowed her, or the weight of all that had gone wrong.
Wait! Comrade Windsong!
A burst of light steps leaps forward her once more.
Don't forget your next lesson. The children are still waiting.
So Vila just gave up asking her to continue trying to complete her map, but didn't give up on her expecting her to come back in her class and teach her children more. I think you should be a little more thorough with how you talk to her because she's a beam of light and doesn't give up easily.
But the town is...
Life must continue, comrade. We can't let our worries stop us.
Okay.
It baffles me right now. It's not doable. Like how hard it is to get to the bottom of that stupid mine and find the resources with the help of other people. Why does it have to be soldiers? It bothers me so much. If Windsong doesn't get her dream come true and her research recognized by the end of this, I'll be so mad. Because I think it's stupid. Why give up now? Like, what was the point of coming in the town in the first place if she was to abandon it and just become a teacher at a school, you know? I mean, okay, sure, she enjoys it, but she enjoys it because it's part of her dream. She wanted to share the knowledge she had on ley lines with other people, but unless she's sure of herself and has proof that the ley lines are a real thing, she will never be able to do this wholeheartedly. Like, okay, you're not teaching scholars about the ley lines, you're teaching elementary students, but wouldn't it be better if she too felt inside her that all her studies weren't for nothing? Like, for me, it would mean so much, because even now, I will put it this way, okay? A personal example again. If somebody came to me and asked me to teach them how to use Photoshop, okay? That's something I know. Because I'm not having a job that requires me using my skills on Photoshop, yes, I will be glad to help somebody learn a few things better, but I will always feel I'm not doing them a solid by teaching them that they should go to somebody better, because if I haven't got a job in graphics, that means I'm not good enough. So what exactly am I teaching to this person? Am I teaching them the right skills, you know? There's always this self-saboteur, if you like, in the back of one's head when they haven't succeeded in their dream, and that affects how they present themselves to other people. Like, she wants to share her knowledge, okay, and that's doable, but she doesn't do it as enthusiastically because in the back of her head she doesn't believe it's true either, and that people were right to not believe in whatever she was doing. I want her to be proud of it and know that all her hard work meant something, and I don't know. 12. The night train. The train chugs along, leaving no stragglers behind. As the chalk marks its final stroke, the lecturer exhales a long breath.
Class is over. Thank goodness I still remembered the basic premises of ley lines in biology. Feel free to ask me any questions. Cheer up, little ones. There won't be any exams for this subject.
She offers a hesitant joke to ease the awkwardness of the class. But their usual playful responses never emerge. She turns to face the class that must be bored, asleep, maybe distracted. She is met instead by clear and focused eyes.
Miss Windsong, are you going to dig up those potatoes alone again?
Is there anything we can do to help you? Miss Vila said we will work together to beat the critters out there.
Okay. Vila's standing by my idea. I'm glad. She just will do it her own way.
That we will find their weakness as long as we finish the map with you.
Just like how you taught us to. Kikirn are not dangerous at all. They're plant-eating critters and pose little threat to humans.
I have ropes, flowers, and white gloves. We will dig up a lot of potatoes together.
Although I have to give it to Villa because Windsong did tell her that digging that place and going to the mines is very dangerous, and yet Villa said, okay, I'm bringing the kids with us. The kids will help us dig that place out. Like, not even men in that area, the kids are going to help us. This woman is so wild. Oh my goodness.
Bjorka is strong. He can move any rocks that are in our way. Nina can prepare a kettle of warm water for everyone. And
The children's voices rise and fall. What began as icy determination soon melts into a cascade of sobbing tears.
I'm sorry, little ones. I wish I could verify all the theories we've been working on, but
She affixes Rayashki's ley line energy map to the blackboard, circling an empty void.
as you can see, a critical part is missing. It might take months to finish it. Besides, there may be even more dangerous critters in that area.
then the town will become the witch's new castle. Or perhaps an empty castle.
Her attempt to turn the mood again falls flat. A merciful bell rings out the dreary topic like a dirge. Thankfully, the next teacher arrives swiftly to relieve her.
Quiet, children.
She holds her gaze firm, sweeping over the assembled children.
Wipe your tears and cheer up. Our Rayashki will stand strong.
Really?
But what are you going to do?
Windsong is taken aback at first, then contemplating the possibility, she delicately weighs her words.
Vila, I hope you aren't seriously considering Xenos.
Of course not. They might try, but we will never give in. No matter what, for now, we must find a way to protect our town. We will need a shelter from these critters. We've all decided to stay.
The curtains part and sunlight pours in from outside.
Look outside, children. Each and every one of us is doing what we can to hold our town together.
Knut's factory is spitting out puffy bubbles?
The workers are going to transform the abandoned factories into something useful. They're cleaning the ore and debris there. Not an easy job. After that, we will start new production lines and cooperate with the surrounding cities. We will grow potatoes, breed fish, and make canned food. We will find our strength together.
Are we putting makeup on the factories? We can paint their faces and put beautiful garlands on them.
I don't think that's how it works.
So, what is Mr. Patrick doing?
Everyone's waiting in line. Is it the Teen Hat Festival again?
I'm sorry, Avgust. I think we will have to live without our tin hats and Comrade Blinchik for a long time. They are signing on to a reform of our rationing. To transform our factories, we need to cut down the budget for the canteen.
Oh, thank you for your sacrifice, Comrade Blinchik. You deserve a medal and some chocolate.
Look! The bulldozers are tearing down those houses.
Yes, we all agreed to exchange some of our living space for more land to grow food.
The children crowd the window, silent but beaming with pride, as if paying tribute. Windsong follows Villa's narrative to its conclusion.
The price is much higher than it first seemed. Is it worth it?
Of course. You cannot find what we have here in Xenos barracks or in the relief camp. You can't find it anywhere in the world. Think about the old comrades and the babies. They're the past and the future of Rayashki. How could we leave them behind or subject them to Xeno's whims?
Mechanical sounds from outside carry across the snow from afar, as if the land itself is calling.
No one shall ever be abandoned in Rayashki.
I think people out there would be envious if they saw what you are doing here.
She doesn't press further.
We really aren't doing anything so special. We're only doing our job, our duty to one another.
Her scales and spines have risen, though whether it's a sign of pride or fear, she can't say.
There are lots of conflicts out there. Conflicts like the one between humans and Rusalki, like the ones that mocked the study of ley lines and dissolved our school. They did so simply because it might take from their funds or steal their glory.
Exactly.
Everyone forever building walls just to keep separated from each other. Hoarding whatever they could get their hands on. Then they blame the aftermath, the harm they do to others on cruel realities. Cruel reality. It seems to be everyone's mortal enemy. The cause of all suffering, war, greed. The perfect excuse to never care.
Preach. Her voice trails into a matter.
But things are different in Rayashki. They took me in unconditionally when I came here, and they stayed friendly for a week, a month, a year, and even now. So naturally, it became my dream too. Everyone here shares a beautiful dream. A dream that we can work and enjoy life together. That someday, there will be no more conflicts between people or worries about tomorrow. That everyone will be able to work to achieve their passions, whatever field they wish to pursue. A utopia. It's not just a way of life for now, but the future we're always trying to reach. I've spread the study of ley lines in Rayashki, along with its potential.
A simple invitation catches Windsong's eye, with dense, messy signatures filling every possible space.
They showed great interest. The study tells us about the secrets that could lie beneath the earth after all.
I'm getting emotional. She went out of her way to speak to more people about Windsong's study. And the people obviously were going to accept her because this town embraces everybody's individuality and passions.
Perhaps it will bring hope to Rayashki.
But I'm not one of you.
Girl, VILA wasn't one of them either. She became one of them. Oh my goodness, it doesn't matter where you come from, dear.
You taught the children something new, and you helped us explore our town's potential. Didn't you? Everyone here is more than happy to help you. You know, Comrade Knut has been boasting about the assistance he was able to provide for your studies. And many others are envious. They want to help you too.
Yeah, so go to the mines now. Let's put the emotional stuff aside and let's go save the town.
More importantly, you already have a group of curious students here willing to study your theory. Now, allow me to ask you again, Comrade Windsong. Would you hold a lecture on ley lines for all the citizens of Rayashki?
Oh my goodness. Yes, say yes. You want to share your knowledge to more people, do it.
Even though my research doesn't have any endorsements or achievements?
Yeah, it's knowledge.
Of course. Perhaps we can be the first to endorse it after your lecture.
Oh, that's true though. Oh wait, I didn't see that potential. Okay, now it's early, obviously the town is still in shambles when it comes to resources and financial security, but when they do start earning money, because they're going to ask help from our cities around the place, they could actually fund Windsong's research so that she can do those lectures around the world. I was thinking when I told you earlier about that she doesn't have to be there all the time, that she can do lectures around the world and travel, that she was going to make that money herself by working in Rayashki, but I didn't consider the fact that the town could actually fund it, you know, besides the salary that Windsong is going to be taking by working as a teacher or as a lecturer in the town. Oh, can I please find a person like VILA to become a mentor to endorse me, please. This game is so relatable in so many ways, I gotta say. Obviously, there were some patches that I felt no relatability to because not everyone is going to be about everyone. But there is so much relatability for everyone. Everybody's getting represented in this game. I'm so excited.
You're being far too obvious in your recruitment tactics.
Mila smiles, ignoring her feigned protest.
The world is not a beautiful place. Poverty, privilege, egoism, exclusivism, so many problems. But that doesn't mean it can't get better in the future. Perhaps the experiment we're doing in Rayashki now will become the symbol of a better future. A new world where all races and ideas can coexist.
Oh, guys, maybe I'm being crazy right now, but I would like to remind you or tell you, in case you're not familiar, the devs of Reverse, they showed up in one of the recent live streams showing the new patch, and they spoke about how Reverse is pretty much a passion project, and instead of focusing on the now, they wanted to do something more retro and add, how do I put this, something that they loved in video games of the past, and things they loved from various eras of the past. So I'm wondering sometimes, because the game is full of messages, obviously I can tell the writers are trying to create strong, impactful stories, because if you've played games before 2010, you will find many games which were like that, and perhaps this is what the writers of this game loved so much, that those games actually were more focused on stories than graphics and I don't know what else new gamers enjoy in games. But that aside, I'm wondering sometimes if, besides those lessons and strong stories, those people are actually passing their own views on things. Like this one here, right here, it says, "The experiment we're doing in Rayashki now will become the symbol of a better future, a new world where all races and ideas can coexist." Reverse is pretty much like that though. It's a bunch of people trying for a better future, to reinstate the normality of time that is reversing, in which all races and ideas can coexist, because we have so many races in this game, so many sexualities, and we're probably going to get more. Like, this game represents so many people, if you pay attention to it, that this line right here is like it's talking about the game, that it is portraying a world where everybody is trying, regardless of where they come from or what their ideas are, they can coexist and create a better future. One without war, one without having to step on each other to get to your goals or whatnot. Maybe I'm overthinking, obviously, but I don't know. The way I read this, it just hit in my head. This is Reverse, actually. I mean, it's not a world, it's not a town like Rayashki, but perhaps this is an experiment the developers wanted to do, to create this kind of game that brings in people from various ethnicities and also media from everywhere, because these are inspired by many books, games, movies that came before it. So I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying, but it's nice to think that perhaps this also goes for the game, that this is what they wanted. It can be taken as a message as well, though, I might say, like, that it's good to think that way. And when you have a different opinion with somebody else, different ideas, you're trying to find a middle ground instead of actually arguing or stepping on each other for who's right and who's gonna get to the goal faster.
Well, of course it may fail and end up a ruin, but at least we've tried.
She watches VILA standing proudly as if gazing at a great ship bound for distant shores. Venturing all, never shrinking back.
We love our home, and we're ready to devote our lives to it.
I can't shake the feeling you're inviting me aboard a leaky boat that could sink at any moment.
Maybe, Comrade Windsong. But should we sink, remember your friend is a Rusalka, and we do well underwater.
Windsong blinks, half wondering if a new friend has gone mad, and finding it madder still that she is reaching out to solemnly accept the invitation.
What an honor.
Part 13. So long, Zeno. And before long, the snowfields were tranquil no more. Oh, they're gonna fight back? Just get lost. We don't want you here. The crowd has gathered together again. It is a familiar place, one she's visited in dreams before. This time, though, her watchers seem more curious than doubtful. Their eager eyes follow her every move.
Today, I'm going to introduce the study of ley lines and the progress of my research on the Rayashki.
Windsong takes a deep breath, pulling out a few pages of research notes. The pages are passed from hand to hand, stirring excitement.
Thanks to your help, I have finished a draft of the town's ley energy map.
Even the gap?
And I have confirmed the presence of many precious resources.
Through these colorful lines?
These lines and spots show us the state of local ley energy. Each color represents a different concentration of creatures or minerals. Simply put, this area covered in frozen earth and frost contains many rich resource veins. These gray marks symbolize them. They are located in most of the corners of the map, all of them outside of town.
Oh, maybe that's why Grandpa said we couldn't grow anything here in the beginning. They eventually solved that problem by importing rich black topsoil for our fields.
As for the runium you've mined to make a living, look at the dark gray marks. According to the map, they are becoming increasingly scattered and faint, so it can be hard to see them. Besides resources, we can also find concentrations of different creatures using the map. The navy blue marks represent the kikirn, while the aqua green ones represent the mutant kikirn from the wharf. They feed on plants, and you can find their traces in many corners of the town. The red-brown marks are the kikituks, an aggressive species. They're vicious by nature and prey on just about anything arcane they can find, even other creatures.
I feel as though my head is going to explode from all this new information. Can you explain a little simpler for this old workhorse, Comrade Windsong?
I like Knut. He's a good man.
Of course.
She proudly produces a small handful of fluff.
This sample comes from a kikituk in the mine. I took it with Mr. Yevgeny's help.
Seems like just a normal piece of fluff, no matter how I look at it.
Yes, and in most people's eyes, it's nothing more than that. But in a lay hunter's eyes, it reveals a great deal of information. The navy blue marks and the red-brown ones seem to mix together, and there are also dark gray ones popping out among them. So, it looks like our Mr. Kikituk ate well. Perhaps he had a kikirn soup with a runium-flavored kefir.
Looks like these critters have realized our dream long before we could.
But what about those black marks? If my memory serves me right, the map you just showed us had those black marks too.
Yes, but they don't match any creature or resource we know. I believe it represents a new kind of resource.
Oh. Well, where is it then?
The mood has intensified, residents clamoring around to see.
We can only find the answer in this area here.
You mean in the depths of the mine?
Windsong gives a slow affirmative nod.
The ley energy is emanating from there. Afterwards, it flows throughout the food chain, passing through all kinds of creatures and materials before eventually returning to its source. Then our new resource is probably somewhere there.
So we need to find it. Then we won't have to put up with Zeno anymore.
The audience sparks up. Rippling murmurs turn into a burst of questions and excitement.
But do you have any other proof?
He lays out his hands as if expecting Windsong to put something there.
Of course. Remember the critter you found in the mine, Mr. Knut?
Yes, you said it was called,
Hoituk, a subspecies of kikituk. They live underground and feed on minerals.
That was around the time we had begun to run out of rhodium.
Is that so? But they were still there. Perhaps even more active than usual. That could only mean they were attracted by some other mineral or energy source, right? And even though I didn't find any further Hoituks during my research, I did find the Olga mutants, one of their close relatives. Since they are social creatures, my discovery must prove the presence of some of these Hoituks, even if we cannot find them yet.
The surrounding cheers swell again, prompting Evgeny to clear his throat.
But in the end, this is all just conjecture. Are we really going to waste all our time and money on your assumptions?
Just go with Zeno, will you? Your town is in danger, and you don't give a fuck. You are ready to give it out to Zeno. These people who care about keeping their town, they want to try everything they have. In this situation, test this. At least they will have tried.
Or can you prove it's something more than conjecture?
I would call it a preliminary conclusion.
But could it be endorsed by any authorities or proven theories?
So far, no.
So then it is little more than a fairy tale. Am I right?
I admit, it's a gamble.
Evgeny's now infamous brow furrows once more.
It's never easy to dig, you know. And Zeno has already withdrawn all their own equipment. All we have left in Rayashki are some outdated machines. Besides, Miss Windsong mentioned the critters. Maybe their presence there is some kind of proof, but they are themselves a danger.
Not all of them.
It is obvious that there will be many more critters there than near the town, and you would have us waste time, perhaps even sacrifice our comrades, to pursue what could just be a fairy tale?
Technically, if your comrades went with Zeno, they would also die in fight eventually, so it's a sacrifice again. He advances closer step by step. Windsong's mouth opens silently, the look on his face far too familiar. The moment before the collapse of Leyline Academia. Yes, that is the look. A suffocating weight of questions and regrets.
There is no doubt. The cost is simply too high. Who would be foolish enough to dig some holes in the wild just to see if there are critter bones in there?
Harsh sounds of laughter come from everywhere and nowhere all at once.
The answer is very clear. We don't need new kind of geography mixed with arcane. Let's save everybody some trouble. Conclusion. The application for Project Leyline should be rejected.
Oh, so I finally understand why geography was put in this. It is a mixture of geography and arcanum, that's what it is.
Agreed. Even cranks can apply for research funds nowadays.
Wait, what? F you. She staggers back, bumping into something solid. Open your eyes, it's VILA. A strange yet familiarly cool sensation lands on her shoulder. VILA stands behind her.
Keep moving, Comrade Windsong. Keep moving. The people of Rayashki don't back down in the face of their problems. Whatever it is, we can fix it together, right? I approve of Comrade Windsong's proposal.
Me too!
Resurgent ship launches forward, plowing through stubbornness and doubt. Never looking back.
That's right. This is not a gamble or a fairy tale.
Her hands tremble as she opens her backpack.
Here's a leyline simulator. It can simulate the creatures on the ley energy map, so we can do further analysis.
Is it able to simulate the critters too?
Certainly. Simulating critters is lesson 1 in the leyline textbook. We can use the simulation to carry out targeted training against the critters.
Looks like the study of ley lines is more organized than I thought.
For a fairy tale one, most definitely is.
Congratulations, Comrade Windsong. You will have the manpower you need.
Windsong turns as more and more fists are raised into the air.
Turn it on, comrade!
We can't wait.
A deep breath, a glance to confirm that all is ready, and then click. Evgeny instinctively positions himself in front of everyone.
It's like digging the mine all over again.
That was the biggest achievement of my life.
Let's do this, comrades. Digging like this is no easy work.
They roll up their sleeves, pressing forward confidently. Alright, let's do this.
Whew. That was one powerful blow.
The square is now poked by groups of disheveled walkers resting after their rigorous exertion. Windsong's back is soaked and her simulator creaks with stress.
I think we can draw our conclusions now.
The old bench groans beneath her boots as she nimbly propels herself onto its narrow back.
Everyone, we have to admit, this is going to be a risky operation, but it's also our last chance to protect our land and our people. We must explore the mine. There will be danger. Yes, some of us may get hurt, but we may also find this new resource and save our Rayashki. For you, for me, for everyone.
There is no cheer that rises to meet her. The only thing audible now is a distant sea breeze buffeting the shore.
We can already expect that critters have occupied the mine. We'll just have to work together to drive them away. We dug this mine with our own machines once, and we'll do it again. This is how we've made it so far.
The crowd rises, pulling in together. Windsong looks up and outward.
However old they are now, they will always be our children, right? Yuri, you're good at the assembly, huh? Nikita, you're gonna be busy with the engines. Valeria, we need you for this cruise.
More and more stars light up. They outshine the twinkling snow. Oh, okay. I thought Xena would come back to fight them and force them out of the town, but luckily this wasn't what happened. Part 14, The Future We Choose. Moving from one reality to another.
Miss VILA, they've been doing strange things.
Father took out a lot of old books, and he spends most of his time looking over his blueprints now. He said they will be the key to saving the town. Shame I can't read those books or help with anything.
My dad was acting strange too. He started fiddling with the bottles from under his bed again. But Mom didn't scold him this time. She even took out some of her treasures from the cabinet. Reindeer horn, noisy birch sap, golden teeth seal whiskers. Dad said his potions would keep everyone energetic for a whole day.
Even Mr. Miser took out his wand from the safe box.
The children cluster around Villa, pleading for answers. Villa is about to speak when hurried, laboring footsteps interrupt her.
Move, kids.
Good luck, Comrade VILA.
Regrettably, his march cannot proceed, as he's now become the children's newest focus.
Mr. Patrick, are you doing strange things too?
The book bag on his shoulder cannot elude of the children's scrutiny. It is not a cookbook he carries, but something far weightier.
How to use and maintain model A050, operation manual of model circa 1562. These dusty books, they look older than me.
These old friends are our textbooks.
Do adults take exams too?
We're doing something far more important than exams, kids. We haven't used these old fellas since Zeno brought the new ones. Most of our comrades don't know how to operate them. Now is the time to put them back into use. Comrade Knut has been teaching us how to use these outdated technologies.
That's right. All the adults have been divided into many groups. Knut is leader of the engineering group, and Pasono's uncle is in the investigation group, while Nina's father has joined the potion group. All of them take part in the creator combat training at dusk every day, and we share our combat experience with each other. And everyone is working hard to explore the mine.
Children burst into questions, seeking the current whereabouts and activity of every single adult they can think of.
Ha ha! We will be able to live on our own without Zeno!
Miss VILA, I want the town to be proud of me too.
Is there anything that we can do?
I have lots of metal toy trains. Can we make components out of them? They can spin and whistle like a minecart.
That's a great idea. I'm sure it will inspire everyone.
No, let them use mine first.
Hands shoot up among the children, each a ready volunteer.
Calm down, children. I know you want to do your bit, but our future needs you. Now your job is to study hard, so Rayashki can rely on you in the future. Understand?
Oh, what about Avgust? We can't find him. He'll be so sad if he doesn't get to have a job too.
Don't worry, Nina. He is helping the town in his own way.
A gunshot sounds and the Kikituk swiftly scurries away.
Whiskers?
The boy is a conductor of a symphony of arms. Gunfire and the noise of battle follow in the wake of the little sunflower's hands.
It's only been a few months. Can't believe the monsters have already occupied the whole place.
Well, not a problem as long as we've got our mischievous little comrade. He always knows exactly where they will come out.
Things wouldn't have gone nearly as smoothly without him.
I would never have believed he could do this if Comrade Windsong hadn't endorsed him.
Never underestimate any of our comrades, big or small. Do I need to repeat that again?
Of course, Avgust is securely guarded, despite his dangerous mission.
Well done, Avgust. You protected everyone.
Protected? But I was just teaching our monster friends how to dance right. They are slow learners.
Yes, that's what we want you to do.
She struggles to match her words to her little friend's own imaginative interpretations.
A performance with the Kikituks. Your job is to tell which critter, which friend is dancing wrong. That's your talent, isn't it? Just like you showed us before?
Oh, but what if they dance right? Then they deserve some Alenka chocolate, don't they?
Indeed, for although scattered, many more come slinking in behind them. They shadow every move, intent on repelling their intruders.
Comrade Sergian, our new friend is right beside your boots. I think he is hoping to kiss them. Will you dance with him?
What?
Watch out!
And to battle we go. Luckily, they're still easy to beat. Otherwise, I would have to worry about that too when I get to 19. But then again, 19 could be the unlocking point for VILA because there is a boss there. It remains to be seen.
Back off!
Evgeny surges forward, a white light piercing the last kick he took's nostrils. Evgeny pushes the carcass aside, allowing blood to drip into the snow. He fixes intently on Windsong.
There are many more critters than we can deal with here. Many of us are injured. We must retreat.
Faint moans rise from a stretcher, bandages and bloodstains accumulating in a small mound on the snow.
We made the decision to come here together, Comrade Evgeny.
Yeah, but you won't be that helpful if you're dead. It's better to retreat now and keep going the next day.
We are so close to the depths. We must not give up now.
I know everyone's wounded. But look how far we've gone. It's been worth it. Don't you think?
This is all my fault. I'm sorry.
Don't be, Comrade Windsong. You've given us a workable plan and helped us recognize our little comrade's potential. No?
He ruffles Avgust's head.
He's only a child.
He's one of us, Comrade Evgeny. I will keep him safe. We aren't just digging a mine now. If we manage to find this resource, no one will have to leave. And we can continue to live together, right?
Scattered applause bursts up like firecrackers until it becomes a thundering display. Rifles, refurbished and polished, rise in harmony with pickaxes and tools.
These wounds are nothing compared to the glory of our future.
Again, I think this is a foolish idea.
He says nothing else, then turns to leave without looking back. Oh. What's this? The story begins with a melody that echoes through the airspace of the workshop, signaling the beginning of a new day. Oh, it's a battle. Okay, one moment. It was a dispatch mission after all, and it asked me to dispatch 4 characters, out of whom if 2 had searching skills, then the time it would need to be done would be lessened. So I don't know what the initial time was, but I thought that Dr. Rabies and VILA might have more acute noses, so I put them there, and 2 other characters, and was 20 seconds. I don't know if they were supposed to be more or less than that, but it was. And here we are. We should take these components to the appropriate comrade. With my years of experience in mining, I can assure you that they are still usable and will be put to good use. Maybe they contain traces of rheumium, explaining their pristine appearance. In these times of steel shortages, every little contribution counts. I imagine Comrade VILA is with the children right now, making sure they don't miss their lessons. Could it be that the miners have returned to the abandoned mine? Maybe we should take the shorter ride to the hotel and let Comrade Evgeny investigate. Alright, let's do that. Shh. See those people walking in front of the hotel? Are they from Zeno? Let's not talk about them behind their backs. Yeah, I see them. Isn't Comrade Evgeny negotiating with Zeno? They must be looking for him. They left. Looks like Comrade Evgeny isn't there. We'll have to come back later. Tomorrow or the day after, perhaps. Honestly, this is not the way I want to leave this town. I still have scars from shoveling snow on my legs, and we just fixed the windows at home. Who wants to leave just like that? But what Comrade Evgeny said was reasonable, and he's always truthful. Oh, so there are people that consider Evgeny's plan to be better. You're afraid he'll hear you. We may be close to the meeting room, but I'm not afraid, or I wouldn't have made the decision to come here. We weren't afraid in the pioneer days either. What Comrade VILA says is exactly what everyone said back then. The town has been built, and we have been living here for a while now. Our days are not as hectic as they used to be, but it is invigorating to see the resurgence of the pioneer spirit after such a long time. Hey, alright, that's the attitude we need. If we walk a little faster, we can still make it back to work on time. Part 15. Oh, grassroots. That's what they told me.
It's me.
Oh, you.
I want to talk.
I was just about to look for you, Comrade Evgeny. I've found more details. Here.
Windsong turns away and begins to search through the mountainous piles of documents.
Trust me, they will ease your mind. More or less.
A cold wind rushes between them through the open window.
Let's skip to the point. I want you to stop your research.
What?
Our exploration has only just started, yet many of our people have already been hurt. Can you promise there won't be further injuries or worse before we've found this fairy tale treasure? Your so-called new resource is still unconfirmed, yet the price we've paid looking for it is already mounting. We had other options, safer options for all of us.
They weren't safe necessarily just cause you saw it like that, but I do get his point when it comes to injuries. The snow has turned to wet rain. It splashes up from the windowsill and onto her as they speak.
We just need to be better prepared. We will arm ourselves with more knowledge for next time.
I know what you're after here. The study of ley lines, right? The people here may be enthusiastic, but they are only laymen. I've spoken with someone who can help you far more.
The unhurried steps of expensive boots mark an unfortunately familiar guest.
It is good to see you, Miss Windsong, our proud scholar of a budding, if still informal, school.
His expression is genuinely surprised, as though this is the first time they've ever met.
And you, the big shot from Zeno. Should I feel flattered you stopped by?
He feigns obliviousness to Windsong's teasing.
I read your files, as Mr. Evgeny suggested. You know already that Zeno has investigated many arcane cases, and been deployed to many places related to Arcanum. But we have never met anyone quite as obsessive in their study as you are.
What now? Have the big shots decided they are going to trust my studies?
Bertold smiles. He always smiles, brimming with all the joy of a crocodile.
While I might admire your perseverance myself, no, they're not convinced. We just wonder what you and your school have gained from this long journey.
He looks past her, assessing the mounds of scattered papers.
Enough with the crap.
As you wish. First, I believe you owe Comrade Evgeny some thanks.
Huh?
A fresh letter of recommendation is handed to Windsong.
The less than satisfactory results from your study may not have earned this letter from Zeno. But Comrade Evgeny insisted on us offering it to you.
The thing is, she's no longer doing that to get into Zeno, she's doing that to help the people, so this means nothing.
Once you have our recommendation, you will be able to communicate with all the renowned scholars in our lab. Your long wait for recognition will be over. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
His tone is calm, his victory is assured.
All I ask is, Stop this farce.
Wow, I am so grateful. I think I might cry. All we have to do is wait for Zeno's grace to be bestowed on us. We should be moved to tears by your mercy, no?
Putting aside your sarcasm, I would suggest you consider the danger of throwing away this opportunity. You are wasting time, effort, maybe even lives on some foolish, vile goose chase. We can offer the people here a much safer and more feasible way forward. Don't you see?
Bertold raises an eyebrow. He presents his case less as reason than an indisputable truth.
And what about Rayashki?
He looks at her pitifully.
All things come to an end. It will disappear quietly, overtaken by the wilds of this land. When the time comes, at least, it may leave a small place in the historical records. No offense intended, Mr. Evgeny.
We cannot solve the problems we're having without Zeno's help.
All of these problems will be solved, as long as we find this new resource.
I'm afraid you're mistaken, Miss Windsong. As far as Zeno is concerned, the value of this land is exhausted, fairy tale resources notwithstanding. Once we've transferred the Arcanists away, Rayashki will be abandoned.
Not gonna lie, this conversation is starting to piss me off, and I'm tired. So can we get the story going? Like, punch the dude, let's keep going to our business, because I don't want to hear it anymore. The people have decided they want to sacrifice themselves for the town, and there's nothing you can do to change their mind. So even if Windsong decided to stop the research, they would still keep pushing forward to the depths of the mines. We're just wasting time here. The crocodile smile cracks again, growing annoyed at his now long overdue victory.
We are aware of the danger that staying here poses to these people, and it is our responsibility to save them, whether they wish to resist us or not. That's the only reason for our decision. Understand?
Windsong sets down the lay energy chart, the culmination of her countless efforts, without saying a word.
Let's be practical. Zeno has many outstanding young people. A strong academic atmosphere, a better future. You will get the opportunity to revive your school of ley lines if you pass the exam.
If this guy makes me roll my eyes one more time, they will disengage from the sockets. Like, stop talking. She doesn't want to hear you. No, girl, don't. I mean, I get it, but it's still not up to her, and it's still not up to him. It's what the people want. So whether she stops or not, again, the people will do what they want. Her fingers press onto the paper, tracing the newly embossed seal. The carrot is sweeter, more fragrant than before. How long now had she imagined this moment? Excuse this change of voice, I sneezed a lot. In dim, stuffy basements, in underpaid editorial offices, under faceless, nameless, scrutinizing gazes.
This will be a better choice for all of you.
Mr. Bigshot, could you use your rested brain to think of a more noble reason than consumerism and elitism?
Thank you. Fight back.
Do you really think our desire for a better life is the only reason why we refuse to leave? You used ordinary people as a stepping stone to power and privilege. And even now you take our sacrifices for granted.
Reality is cruel. Not you, not Rayashki, and not even Zeno can save everyone. You will have to deal with that. You should take what is to come as an inevitable optimization of our society's development.
I know. Life may still get harder even if we find this new resource. So what?
The defiance in her voice reignites her long-lost courage.
Your brand of elitism may have invaded every corner of the world, but not this town. Not yet.
I see. Most scholars like you hold the same naivete.
They refuse to leave any of their comrades behind, even if the price is their own future. What we would sacrifice ourselves for is not the study of ley lines or any other personal goals, but our dream to thrive together, to live in a bright future we all can share. As for this,
She scrunches up his gaudy recommendation. Oh.
I don't need it.
A leper never changes its spots.
Berthold leaves his final words hanging in the room, departing without looking back. The crumpled letter rolls out of the window. It lands in the snow, slowly being covered until there is no trace of it left. Will this get better? Windsong, too preoccupied to care, slumps back in her chair, gulping in the crisp air of her new world.
I envy your innocence, Miss Windsong. For many years, I believed that our mission was to change the world. But when I looked up, the gate to the new world was already closed. Little Rayashki just coasted along, and I tried to keep everything the way it was, but I failed. Rayashki is doomed. All our efforts, our will, our dreams, nothing can change the creeping reality. We attempted to achieve something meaningful, something that could make history, but...
Evgeny strains to lift his head, his face obscuring a kind of darkness beyond the reach of light.
The spirit of the times stands against what we are building here. Not just Zeno, but the whole world. That's what reality is like. Boring, cruel, disappointing.
The scene falls into a wordless, motionless quiet. After a long while, Windsong rises. She has shed all other burdens, and the tantalizing carrot is gone.
You are too pessimistic, Comrade Yevgeny. Zeno has tried to recruit me several times. Do you know what I've learned from all their efforts? They don't want us to explore that mine. They belittled our efforts, offered pity for Rayashki, and then planned out a promising future for us. Yet they didn't give us a hand, even when our people were injured or died. Do you really think they are so eager to stop us just because they don't want any more sacrifices? Of course not, my friend. A lesson I learned from living in their society. Never do what your enemies want you to do.
She grasps his shoulder, giving the shake to pull him up to his senses. I'm growing emotional again.
Zeno is afraid of us. They are afraid that we may discover a new kindling to relight our fire. That we may burn so brightly that we grow out from their control to create our own future. But they can't have it their way. Rayashki belongs to us, as does the future.
Faint flickers of that fire seem to be there, somewhere in the man before her. Evgeny looks up with a complex expression.
I will give it some thought, Miss
Comrade Windsong. At least now you recognize she's one of you and she's trying to work for you.